Good morning, folks. It is the next day. To say yesterday didn't go as planned is a bit of an understatement, but we're going to try to get a video out of it anyway. Some things just went south. Take a look at this, show you what went south yesterday, kind of see what I was supposed to be doing, and then afterward I'll take you for a walk around my truck and show you my new setup. Enjoy. Hey guys, Dustin here with Cassidy's Adventures. I was in the old Dodge, headed over. I got my rack and got the top tent in my truck. I was headed over to see if we can make something happen with that for the day. And well, my old truck broke down on me. Flip you around here. As you can see, I blowed this water hose right here. I'm not very far from a buddy's house. He's seeing if he actually has the part for me, and if not, then I'm going to be making some phone calls and see if I can get another part and get the old thing towed. Towed over to my parents, because that's pretty much where I work on everything. But wish me luck. Be back with you in a little bit. Alright, so my buddy didn't have the complete hose. He's got this piece of one and a pipe. But I think what I'm going to try to do is, since that split is so close to the neck, I'm going to take the hose off, try to cut it short, and just reuse it long enough to get to my dad's, where I can borrow their rig and go to town and get a new hose. Yeehaw. Oh. My parents are on the way with some antifreeze and a rope and stuff. Ow, still hot. This wasn't part of the plan, y'all. Not at all. You got an old truck, sometimes this is what you gotta do. Gotta work on them, especially when you're lousy with maintaining them, you know. Things like putting new hoses on when it needs it, instead of reusing 30-year-old rubber. Not me, I wouldn't do that. Yeah, look at that, blowed her wide open. Oh, it's pretty far back. I don't know if that's going to work or not. My idea. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to make that work. So, might be able to do what he was talking about just long enough to get home. Oh, shoot. Might work. Darn old rubber is hard to cut. I might be able to make that work. I sure hope so. Alright, that's all on there, guys. I believe that is going to work. My parents should be here any minute now with some antifreeze. We'll get some in here and see if this is going to work. Wish me luck. I usually carry antifreeze in my life, but I got everything out of the back of my truck so I can get that rooftop tent rack just laying back in there. So I can go get that mounted. Yeah. Oh well. There's my parents. I'll pause you guys for a little while I finish this up and talk to them. Alright folks, we've got a piece together good enough to make it to my parents' house so I can borrow their rig and go get some parts. Wish me luck with this, thanks. Almost. I was questioning that piece of PVC that I put in there. I didn't figure it was high heat enough, but it got me close enough. I do believe they're going to bring the truck and a rope. At least made it to their driveway, but that's still, their driveway is 1.5 miles long, so what do you do? Much better. Got new parts to put on. Let's get this done. Well, been to town, got the new hose, got it put on. Now we're going to let her warm up, see if we got any leaks. Well guys, what do you think about that unfortunate turn of events for the old truck? Ended up taking a while to do what I was doing and didn't get to end up going camping last night. But I did manage to get the rooftop tent mounted up. It took a while. Let me get you guys spun around here and I'll show you how we got it mounted and kind of explain what in the world took so long and some of the setbacks we had with that too. Check it out. And there it is. Got the old tent mounted up on my truck. Show you guys around here in a little bit, and I'll put a picture up in here somewhere showing you guys what it looks like with it opened up. But yeah, this is it. It's a Smitty built. It's not the XL version or anything. It's just the smaller Smitty built. I got this rack here I got from a friend of mine, and this tent here, my parents of Two Dummies Digging Adventures, they were oh so gracious enough to let me use this tent for my videos and stuff. Thank them so much for that. You might be curious as to why I have it mounted like I do. Alright, I'm going to put you guys back on a tripod so I can just kind of explain stuff just a little bit better. Hold on. Alright guys, so I was going to try to film the process of me getting this mounted. I thought everything was going to go real smooth. I was going to fly over to Dad's and we were going to take my rails off and slap these racks on there and get the roof tent mounted up. Didn't go as planned, as you guys seen. The truck broke down and all that. Then when I got over there, got to looking at everything, we did take my rails off. You've probably seen that in the video by now, that I took the rails off. Set my rack up on there, and with the roll bar and everything in my truck, it looked silly up there. With the roll bar and these two racks, and the tent sticking way the heck up above everything. And I tell you guys, I was okay with taking my bed rails off to make that work. but I did not want to take my roll bar out, and I do not want to remove it if I don't have to, unless if and when I get a camper shell. If I get me a camper shell, or if I build me a camper for it, I'll take the roll bar out for that. But until then, my roll bar is staying in. So, but that didn't work. We scratched that idea. My dad had another rack. We played with it. It wouldn't work. Can you make it? Anyway, it wouldn't work either with the roll bars, the way it bent and stuff. So, say hello to my other dog. She's never in the camping videos. She stays home with my wife. This is Willow, our little blue heeler. She's a mess. Anyway, as I was saying, I ended up taking this rack all apart and set these rails here just down on my bed, top of my bed rails. And in order for the tent to work with that setup, I would have had to turn the tent where it opened this direction, and we just really didn't want to mess with doing that, because with it down in too far to open it up, the tent would hit my roll bar. So we decided that wasn't going to work, and I was just about to scratch the whole thing and just say, to heck with it, we're not going to do it, when my dad said, hey, have you thought about drilling holes in your bed floor and mounting it down there? And honestly, I hadn't thought about that. So I was like, hey, let's try that. So I put everything kind of back together and set everything in. And it was like, heck yeah, this is going to work. We'll drill some holes, get it all mounted up. And so we did. The pictures you see with the tent actually open, we had the tent just kind of sitting on there temporarily. And opened it up. It was like, heck yeah, that's going to work. And granted, this is over the course of probably 3 or 4 hours. We were messing with this and looking at different kinds of ideas. That's why it got so late and I didn't get a chance to go camping last night. But it was like, heck yeah, that's going to work. So we got the holes all drilled, mounted everything down, set my tent back on there, and it's one of those things where we should have checked everything before we committed. But oh, get in. Good. But where my tent mounts on here, these brackets were over here turned in, and they hit, I mean, right where the tent needed to mount, right where it needed to mount. And it's just, I was just like, well, crap, this didn't work. And it's not the easiest task. It looks simple. It's not the easiest task, taking this thing all apart, this rack, and adjusting it. It's just a pain in the rear, honestly. I didn't know it was going to be that hard. So I was like, crap, what do we do now? And then I think it was me. I don't remember, honestly. I was like, what if we move it and turn them out? Do you guys think that would look silly? But I know if they're leaning out, I can make them, it won't hit the brackets. I was like, screw it, let's try it. And this wouldn't work in the original hole. It hit the bed. That one up there wouldn't work in the original hole. It hit the fender well. So I had to move everything in, re-drill all my holes, and recenter everything and do all that. And it was 8:30, 9 o'clock. I had my dad helping me. I had my uncle helping me. It was 8:30, 9 o'clock by the time we got this thing mounted up and checked everything out again. 8:30, 9 o'clock, too late for me to go camping. I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize. But next weekend, rain or shine, next weekend, we're going out in the old truck with this tent, and we're going to try it out. I've never slept in it alone. I've never had to really open it and close it all on my own. Generally speaking, somebody would help me out just a little bit, tucking it in here and there, but it's really not that hard. But yeah, it just seemed like everything, just lack of preparation and lack of, checking everything, guys. If you're doing stuff like this, check everything that you can think of. Check it all before you make a commitment to start drilling holes in anything, because sometimes you might just miss something. It's still, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but it's kind of wiggly. The way we got it bolted, it used to have braces that went from here to up here, and with turning the brackets around, that wouldn't work. So I think I'm going to go from here to my bedside. I don't mind drilling a hole here and bracing this so that it don't wiggle so much back and forth. But yeah, this is it. This is what it's going to be on my truck for a little while. I can still, my air conditioner system, I can set my air conditioner underneath it and just get me one of those flex pipes and burn it up into the tent and blow cool air in there like that. Shouldn't be no big deal. Or heck, I can even set it up in there. But yeah, this is it. I'm sorry that I didn't get to go camping again this weekend. I had full intentions on, like I said, slapping this thing on the truck. Didn't think it was going to take any time at all. Full intentions on slapping this on the truck, heading out to the river somewhere and doing a camping video for you guys. But didn't work out. Truck breakdowns and all that good stuff. I still, matter of fact, still got another hose that I need to replace that I seen leaking yesterday. So more maintenance. But thank you guys for sticking around, for watching this video. For those of you that have, thank you guys so much. I want to thank my supporters and everything, all my members and whatnot. Thank you guys so much for continuing your support and letting your membership renew. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for all my new subscribers. Y'all are awesome. I did get a P.O. box set up. Finally, that address is in my description box on my channel. You guys can go check that out if you want to. A couple other links in there that I've added if you want to go check those out. But yeah, thank you guys so much for your support. You know, everything costs money, so I'm just doing what I can when I can. If I can find me a camper shell before winter for a reasonable price, if I can get the funds built up for that, we'll have a camper shell, or I might build one for the winter time, or just whatever, and try a camper shell for a while on the old truck. Got some other maintenance stuff that I've realized I've got to do on the old thing before I venture out very far. So just got to get the funds built up and get all that stuff taken care of, so we can keep giving you guys some awesome adventures. Me and the dog and all that, I love it. I love going out and doing the adventures, guys. I just gotta get everything reliable so I can keep venturing out farther and doing all this stuff. But anyway, thank you guys so much. I'm sorry I rambled on a bit too much here, but anyway, thank you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Come back on the next one as we adventure to the cross. Thanks.